Yes, people, welcome back to another TS Talks. Hope you're doing good. Just talking about a couple things that is out there in the news. Couple things that's causing a lot of issues at the moment. Firstly, the whole fuel thing. Now, for me, I heard briefly about this fuel shortage thing on the Friday, but like I'm working, I got errands to run after work on the weekend, etc. So I just thought, when I go home, I need to go shops anyway. So when we go shops, I'll fill my petrol. Filled my petrol. There was no queues, no nothing. I was like, oh, calm. You know, I saw the odd pump say, out of service. Didn't think nothing of it. Saturday now, going shops, and I'm like, whoa, like, where's all these people queuing to go? Petrol station, and then I go other shops. I'm on my way home. I must have driven past like 8 petrol stations just en route home, and they're all closed. And that's when I was like, oh, okay, this thing's serious. Like, there's petrol just going left, right, and like petrol stations just closing left, right, and centre. Right, wow. Then obviously since then, there's all this talk about, Brexit is part of the reason for this, and it's just another example of this whole Brexit thing. It's a whole load of nonsense. I don't get how a government or a set of people have been able to campaign something to the public, go through with it, and it's just proved to be a whole load of bull. There's been no benefits of this whatsoever. And to them people out there, they're like, yeah, Brexit, yeah, man, they're taking our jobs, they're taking everything. Get them out of the country. Oh yeah, man, they're taking our jobs. Bruv, you lot best jump on the HDV course and get out there, like now, because you just best get out there. I hear all this talk, oh yeah, taking our jobs, they're taking over the country, all this sort of stuff. And to be honest with you, some of these same Brexit people probably think the same about me, and I'm a dark person. So I don't really care. No one telling me nothing to my face, because you'll get laid out one time. But that's not me trying to be on some threatening thing. That's just facts. You ain't coming to me on some racism thing. That ain't gonna end well. But yeah, I don't get, like, this country so messed up, and like it's like these politicians just can't be held accountable to nothing. You get people like Dawn Butler. She'll get criticised for calling out Boris's lies, but it's like, my man's lies is okay. It's like, okay, you calling out the lies the problem here, but the lie isn't an issue. Like, what world is this we're living in? There's all this talk about, it's a ploy to, get people to buy out this petrol that's what's the word? That's due to expire, and now obviously they're changing the fuel to this E10 fuel, which ain't meant to be that good for the vehicles anyways. And in the long run, it's gonna force you to buy a new car. This sounds like a whole scheme, and people. I mentioned that, people were like, "Oh, don't tell me you're one of those conspiracy theorists guys." And it's like, bro, I'm not being a conspiracy theorist. People have put something out there. It's all good to say, conspiracy theorist, load of nonsense. But maybe it's true. This government's proved they're trying to make money any way how, and they don't care about the public. They'll do what they need to do, that whatever suits them. So it is what it is. Hopefully, in due time, the petrol situation starts to get better. Obviously they're talking about these temp visas and that, and again, all that, I'm like, so you lot will go running back now and say, oh yeah, actually no, we need you. Like, it's a bit weird, but the quicker the situation gets sorted, the better, in my opinion. And that's all I'm gonna say on the matter. Now, on to my next issue, is these Insulate Britain people. Now, I believe climate change, etc. I believe it is a problem. I already see things talking about, in years to come, there'll be things like environmental lockdowns and stuff. So in that case, you lot probably do have a point. But what I don't get is, for these for people that are trying to fight a cause, like, a lot of the time they don't practice what they preach. Like, there was one climate change person couple years back, they were Good Morning Britain, and then Piers was questioning, like, oh, so what is it you do within your own household to cut this? And they couldn't answer it, which just proves that you ain't did nothing in your own household, And then there was a next brother on there the other day, and they're like, well, is your house insulated and that? And he did a Piers Morgan and left a thing. And it's like, yo, like, if you're gonna fight for something, like, fight for it, but practice what you preach. Like, I remember there was debate about, vegans, and there was these girls on Good Morning Britain talking about, they're pushing the whole vegan thing, and they've been doing some, like, protests in shops and stuff, and, no disrespect to them, but a man said, like, are you having this conversation in your own household? Because if you're not pushing it upon your family, like, why are you out here pushing it upon everyone else? And again, it's fair points. Like, you got to practice what you preach. Like, that's just it. But what annoys me with these people is that you lot, you're blocking up motorways and that, which probably has led to some delays in some places getting petrol. Not loads, not as a big of an issue as the missing drivers, but you've caused problems. You've made people late for school, or miss school, doctor's appointments, hospital appointments. I saw a story of some woman that was in the traffic for up to 6 hours, ended up having a stroke, which I believe has left her in a really bad way. Like, for stuff like that, whoever's blocking up the road, you got to go jail. Like, you're taking a mick. And the other thing is, like, you're making the situation worse for yourself, because the people you're stopping from getting to where they need to go aren't even the people that you're campaigning against. You're asking for, the government need to step in. Go and protest against the government. Go outside Downing Street or Houses of Parliament. Them man go there on Wednesdays. Well, I don't know about what happens at Downing Street, but Houses of Parliament on Wednesdays, they're all over there for PMQs. Go over there and block it up. When they're leaving, I don't know what time they get there, some point in the morning, but they're all leaving some point in the afternoons at 1 or 2, whatever. Go out there and block it off for the whole day. How about that? If you block it off and they can't drive in there, they're going to have to walk into there. And you know what's going to happen when they have to walk into there? Then you can get your points across to the likes of Boris and all these other lying politicians. The ones that's always found guilty of some new, breach of code of conduct, like Priti Patel. Get on to these people. Don't be blocking up their everyday person trying to go where they're trying to go. And then you're like, oh, yeah, it's a short-term problem for a long-term resolution. Man, shut up, man. I promise you, like, not even to threaten you people, but, like, you people are going to start getting punched up on motorways for blocking an everyday person just trying to go about their day-to-day life. And I'll be honest with you, if you start getting punched up and the police are there, the police best not even arrest the person, because, like, you just got to drag these people off the floor. You want to glue yourself to the road? Bruv, keep driving, man. Straight. Fed up of the nonsense. I'm fed up of these things where, you have an issue with a certain person or people, but you take it out on everyone else. Bit like these whole wars, you talk about war on terror and Iraq and Afghanistan and all this stuff. Your problems with this leadership group or, this, Taliban or whatnot, but then yet you go to a country and just kill off bare innocent people. Nah, man. But I don't know, Boris, Biden, obviously, they've left Afghanistan now, but, like, if it was like a thing like that, it's like, you people just need to get on. When it was like Trump and that brother's at Kim Jong-un, you man just need to get in a ring and sort it, or go and have your own gunfight or something. Like, don't involve the whole population in you lot stupidness. Like, that's just my thoughts on it all. And yeah, man, you Insulate Britain people, I hope you take note. I actually hope you lot hear this. And I'm going to at some of you lot to ensure that you get the memo that, you need to go protest somewhere else before you start getting sparked out. And to confirm, it won't be me sparking you out, because it ain't me on the motorways on them mornings when you're looking off the road. But if it is me on the motorways on that road and you're blocking me out, it ain't going to be nice. But yeah, man, that's it from me. If you're listening on the YouTube, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you're listening on the Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or any of the other podcast platforms, then hit me up on the Instagram, TSTALKS_. You can always comment, DM me. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. And if you have any, suggestions and stuff, feel free to hit me up. As always, if it's something I'm into, then, I'm more knowledgeable on it to talk about. If it's something I'm not too into, I'm always willing to, have a look into something, do my bits of research, and then discuss the point. So yeah, man, hit me up, and I hope you lot, if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.